So in late June, with the help of Techno, I finally got to ride, in my opinion, one of the coolest modern hybrids that the MTA has, the Nova LFS HEV. In this video, I'm gonna go a bit in depth about my first impression that I had about these kinds of buses and give my general thoughts about them towards the end. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoy. Now, the first LFS HEV that I ever actually rode was 9699 on the M4, which Techno probably has seen more than I have. Starting from the exterior, I do like how the MTA chose that long roof design instead of the not long roof design that Overbus has. I think it looks really good, and it kind of makes the bus look kind of like a potato, but not too much like a Pro Terra. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know why I keep comparing buses to potatoes. I need help or something. One thing I enjoy is those rear back doors on the LFS HEVs, which are also on the XDE 40s and most of our newer buses, probably from 2021 and onward. I do like how they pop out and slide compared to the other LFS doors, which basically open inwards, and the Excelsior doors, which just open outwards. I do think it's a really nice touch. I think we should have probably done this years ago if possible, but I like them regardless. Plus, they also make this really nice like thump sound when they close. It's amazing. When I stepped onto 9699, the interior felt a bit strange, but not exactly in a bad way. Part of me felt as if there were less seats in the front, probably because there was that one seat that's behind the bus operator is not there, either because of COVID reasons or the MTA just wanted to get rid of it, who knows. But the walkway itself also felt a bit narrow. I'm not sure if that was because of seat changes or if I just haven't been on the LFS in a while. But not necessarily a bad thing, like I said before. The seats on the LFS HEVs feel pretty damn good as well. They are those new seats that the MTA has been putting on their newer Wi-Fi buses and such. The sound on the interior of the LFS HEVs is definitely not shy at all. Like, it's actually really loud on the interior, but I'll kind of get more into that when I talk more about the engine, powertrain, and other sort of stuff. But the interior is really nice. I do like I said before, how the back doors kind of pop out and slide as well. Now, onto the powertrain. The LFS HEVs has the exact same engine as the 2021 XDE 40s, that being the Cummins B6.7 engine, coupled with a base systems transmission. With these two things combined, it makes the LFS HEV sound freaking badass, which is a perfect transition onto my next point. The acceleration of the LFS HEVs, in my opinion, can only be described in 3 words. Lord have mercy. The engine sound is also freaking heavenly as well. When these things get to full throttle or even half throttle, they will roar, and on the interior, it's definitely not quiet at all. But in my opinion, I think that's a good thing. Aside from backfiring from time to time at half or full throttle, these buses also has that hybrid whine that kind of reminds you of an old gen, which I think is just like the cherry on top when it comes to the powertrain and sound and all that sort of stuff. I think it's just beautiful that the LFS can do that. And like the XDE 40s as well, they also have engine cut on and cut off technology, which is the same thing that you get in more modern road cars, if you didn't know that. So what will happen is when the bus is at a stoplight or in traffic, the engine will briefly cut off, but the electronics will still be on. And when the bus operator closes the doors and I guess put his foot down on the throttle, eventually the engine will cut back on. This sound, I think, is pretty cool. Me personally, I kind of prefer the XDE40 cut on off sound from the sound clips that I've watched and heard compared to the LFS HEVs, but that's not like taking away from the LFS HEVs or anything like that, because their startup sound is also very subtle, but when it cuts on, it just sounds amazing.
Thank you for running. Doors closing.
Lastly, I wanted to talk some about my final opinions about this bus. In my personal opinion, I really think that the LFS HEV is the people's hybrid. I think it's definitely a worthy successor of the old gens, which the bus is replacing.
And some next gens, I think.
From the first time that I've been on an LFS, which was my first one being 9699 and my other one being 9637 on the M31, the bus definitely did not disappoint. Like every time the bus operator floors it or half floors it where the engine kind of gets really loud, it always put a smile on my face. That sound is something that I just can't get over. It's a really nice touch, and I really hope these buses do well at the MTA. I hope they do well at Manhattanville, Kingsbridge, and Gun Hill. But that's my first impression on the Nova LFS HEVs. I'd like to do a more in-depth review about the LFS HEVs when I decide to bring back reviews for the Zach and Eddie channel, whenever the hell that will be. But until then, hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments what you think about the LFS HEVs. I also rode the XDE40s as well from the color Hail. Possibly will do a first impression video on that sometime in the future. I don't really know. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more videos in the future. Also, yes, I know about the Helix going into service, and I actually rode on the N4. That video will come out soon. Okay, bye.